YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the newly released Full Mechanics 1 to 100 scale Gundam Bael from Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans Season 2. Now this was pretty seen in the pretty late in the series, and it's finally got its own Full Mechanics kit after its high grade version. And then there's a lot to talk about this kit in my own perspective. First of all, this kit was officially released in Korea yesterday, so I got it yesterday and finished building it last night. And for those who know, like the Gundam Barbados Lupus Rex, if you get the early first release batch version or early release version, you also get an action base right over there. You can see you get the white version this time. So yeah, and also as you can see, I took off the wings, and there's a reason for that. Okay, then I have a lot to talk about this kit, but for now, let's get on to the components. First, what you get, of course, is the Gundam Bael itself. I'm gonna call it Bael because, of course, in the Japanese or in the anime, they call it Bael or something. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty awkward for me to pronounce that, so I'm just gonna call it Bael, which a lot of people actually tend to say it in that way. Anyway, so you get the Gundam itself. You get two of its blades, and for the record, I believe these are different blades from the Grim Gurde, I believe. According to the high grade reviews I've actually saw, they mentioned that these are not exactly the same swords. So just letting you guys know, and the sheaths of these swords as well. Okay, what else you get is, of course, its wings. I currently detached it because this makes it extremely back heavy, so that's why I detached it for now. And as I mentioned, you get the action base as well. The action base is pretty much one of those 1 to 100 action base meant for the master grades or 1 to 100 scale minus like using screws and stuff. So this does not use any screws, and as you can see, it's currently in this position. There's a reason for that, which I will mention later. And beyond that, for the action base, you get this sticker, or more like decal style sticker. You get two of these symbols. I currently just use one on the action base to make it look just for fun. Okay, we dealt with that, and beyond that, you get some extra parts and a sticker sheet. For now, let's look at the sticker sheet. The sticker sheet, it does look like a lot. For those who only built the high grade version of the Iron Blooded Orphans kit, I'm pretty sure this is nothing, but for now, all the gold ones you see, most of them that are for the inner frame, except for like about these, yeah, every gold color I believe is for the inner frame, so you don't need to worry about it if you don't use that, because as you can see on my kit, you don't really see any gold frames like gold stickers. Or for me, I did not use the stickers. I actually colored in my gold Gundam marker, and it works perfectly fine. These black stickers I did not use. The only sticker I use is Tool and Street. This blue section here goes onto the V-fin/horns. I did not like the fact to use these on the kit, so I colored them in a metallic blue color. And so technically I've only used 3 of the stickers. Okay, beyond that, here you get some, well, not some, but quite amount of extra parts. For now, the white parts you see, these 3 are from the action base, for different connectors, I assume, for different scales. And you get some extra parts. Now, these are from all the inner frames. And keep in mind that this was my first full mechanics kit, so I was not aware of a few things. Number one is that, okay, the full mechanics kit, they start off with building the entire inner frame, while as like if you build a master grade, they would start with the inner frame, but they would not do like you finish the inner frame entirely and then put on the armor pieces. No, that's not how it works. You actually build the inner skeleton frame and then you put the armor pieces around it. So this V-fin looking thing is like the V-fin for the Gundam frame itself. Once you start building or attaching the armor, the instruction manual tells you to take this off. I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know this. For me, this was my first time knowing this. I believe these are not really these are like leftover parts, and I'm assuming these are from other full mechanics kits, such as I don't know, maybe the Barbados or Who knows? You get a extra head, which, yeah, I'm not sure whose head this is. I'm assuming it's either the Barbados or I don't know, maybe the Vidar. Who knows? So that's that. Also, beyond that, you get, okay, in total, I wasn't expecting this, but you get in total 6 hands, two open hands like those, um, two of the normal multi-purpose hands where it's just a hand with a ball joint on it. There you go. You get two normal ball joints, no, normal ball jointed hands, and the other two is the same type of hands. However, that you have these articulated wrists, something that you would usually see in the HGUC High-Grade Universal Century Gyan Revive kits for the sword. And this, yeah, I tend to use this because it's pretty much the same as the normal ones, but with articulation. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't be using this one that often. Okay, now we got that out of the. Now we've seen the components. Now let's talk about the kit. Now, first of all, I would like to mention about the 1 to 100 scale line of the Iron Blooded Orphans kits, aka full mechanics. I still see every time I go watch a review regarding a full mechanics kit on YouTube, there's still a lot of people asking questions whether we will get a like 1 to 100 scale Yoshiden frame, Flauros, Helmwich, Reincar, everything. These questions keep popping out, and however, here's the answer. The Gundam Bael is the last full mechanics kit that we will be getting for now. Bandai announced this with a picture showing like a list of kits that they're going to release, and they said they will be only releasing 4 1 to 100 skill kits from season 2. So this is the last, so we won't be getting any more beyond that. And there's another topic I would like to mention in my video, but I will mention that at the end of the video. Okay, now before like I get into the articulations, I would also like to mention the another topic where a lot of people are like curious about the Bael itself. Now, and I find this fact interesting. According to the manual, the Gundam Bael's Gundam frame, which is technically any same Gundam frame, was the first Gundam frame to be built and to be used by Agnika Kairu. So this was not only used by Agnika Kairu, which everybody knows, but was also the first #1 Gundam frame. So I find that pretty interesting. And of course, yes, after he passed away, the Bael went to sleep. Therefore, the spirit of Agnika Kairu is said to live in Bael, lying in Weingolf, and thus Bael was defined among the people of Galahorn. Now, a lot of people still are curious about if his actual soul is like inside here or whatever, like Ain's, like similar to Ain's situation. But no, I wouldn't say that it's more like a symbolic thing, since he was a great leader or such, and he used this Gundam, so that's why they just use that term. So I don't think that this thing has like a special thing into it. It's just more of a symbolic thing. All right, now let's get into the review. For now, let's start with the basics, the head. And I will mention off where the sticker is. The head, the main reason I actually went for this one is because of the overall knight design and the different looking style of head. Well, technically it is a Gundam, but the only reason I liked Flauros was the wide spread of the head, and this has like a similar situation on the horns. Thus, I actually really like the design. Stickers. The eyes are not a sticker. Currently, it has that metallic shine. It could be the light, but I'll actually color the eyes in metallic red Gundam marker. These horns or fins on the end, the blue sections, those are supposed to be stickers. I used a metallic blue Gundam marker. Okay, the head has pretty much basic, articulation. It can go down that much. It doesn't really go up as I thought, to be honest. I don't know why, but yeah. It doesn't really, the neck itself doesn't really have a movement. 360 is possible, and that was pretty easy than I thought. I really like the blue chin section and how they did it. Okay, now the main body. Main body, nothing too special, but I was kind of, the way how they build in the armor section was kind of interesting, because for the body or the arm sections where after you build the inner frame, they actually tell you to take off the arms again to attach these white sections onto this certain piece right over here. I wasn't too happy about that part, but it turned out pretty well. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it once or twice, but doing this multiple times would be a little bit pain to do. The body, there's nothing too special. Those who only build master grades, this does not have a opening cockpit session or section. So I believe this part is supposed to be the cockpit. So I'm pretty sure some people actually found a way to modify it or whatsoever. Also, panel lines, as you can see, there's a lot of panel line to do. Like you got on the chest, on the like shoulders, everywhere. There's a lot of stuff to do. Just letting you guys know. The body itself, it has a decent ab crunch, if that's what you call it, and they do actually have this piston pipe action going on inside here. This is the only piston that actually works as far as I know on the body. And the body, now I don't know why, but twisting the body 360 is not possible. I mean, technically, I think I can force it to do. I think I can force it, but the front skirt armor and sections are kind of blocking the way, so I wouldn't risk that chance. Okay, now we've seen that. The shoulder. As you can see, you have this symbol here. I'm gonna call it the blue croissant because that's what it looks like to me. I was expecting to use a sticker here, however, that's not the case. This shoulder is just a plain shoulder, whereas this shoulder actually has a hole for this shape, this blue shape exactly. So you actually put in a blue piece into this section. So this is actually a color separated piece, which I'm really impressed. I don't believe there's much kits that does that these days. This symbol right here is also a color separated piece. Behind that is more of a pinkish orange color. I was expecting it to be red, but actually looking at the images, it's actually a little bit pinkish orange. So that's letting you guys know. The arms itself, okay, they can go about 90 degrees to the side. Oh, also, the kit itself does have some side-to-side movement like that, thanks to those pistons and its structure. The arms can go about 90 degrees to the side, and the shoulders are connected to a separate, like a hinge section here. So you can technically just pull this out. And they're not really connected to any joints to the main arm as well. I really like the design of these shoulders somehow. The arms are the double jointed arms. Hands are typical ball jointed hands, and also that's a blue separate piece. And let's see, they also have your typical 360 twist on the arms itself. And if you know your way around, 360 on the arms should be possible. Of course, this piece which is connected to the connector of the arm might get tricky time to time. And once again, I've only tried the high-grade Iron Blooded Orphans kit, and this doesn't. I will admit that the full mechanics version does fix all the issues that the main big issue that the issues that the high-grade version have, which is the main body, upper body, which it could not hold and will be always like wobbly around. But this one is a pretty firm connection. I am pretty impressed by that. Okay, let's see. The waist. Nothing too special on the waist. I mean, the front skirt sections are a separate piece. They're individual pieces. Let's see. That section, that symbol over there is a sticker. And under that sticker, you don't really you do get a shape of that red section part only. So it's like an engraving. You don't get a space for the entire sticker. You just put the sticker on top of a engraving, which I find a little bit interesting. The front skirts they come in separate pieces. They can go front about that much. The side skirt armor, there's nothing too special, but they do go out to the side pretty well actually. And let's see. So the legs itself, if you know your way around, it can go about 90 degrees up front. Does have a double jointed knee / leg, I guess. And as far as I know, you can go to the side about 90 degrees out to the side. Looking at the back section of the armor, the sword hilts, for me, I find these really awkward. I don't know. Okay, when we first saw in the anime, it did not have these, so I'm assuming MacGillis actually like installed these. But yeah, the position of these are pretty weird, to be honest. I would have rather preferred to have these like on the side or whatever. But yeah. But this thing does have some articulation. As you can see, you can spread these out, and the connector of the sheaths are on a ball joint, so you can pretty much rotate them around, and you can move this a little bit if you wish to do so. Nothing too special on the back skirt. The back skirt does not move. There's nothing on the back at the moment. I will show the wings later. Um, for the legs, there's not much to do. Of course, you on the feet there's this floppy part which I really don't know what's the purpose of. The feet, your typical high heel style feet, but at least I do like the fact that there's a lot of surface area that touches the ground for this one. And let's see. The only sticker I use on the legs are these blue sections here because they were pretty flat and they look pretty easy to use, so I just used them. The feet are, I forgot how they're connected actually. Okay, they have this side to side movement as you can see. Sorry for the camera. It has some focus issues, but yeah, it can go side to side pretty with no problem at all. The front feet can bend like that. The back does not move as well, and you do get some movement forward and backward pretty much. And yeah, I believe they're connected to a peg on the middle ankle section, I believe. So that's that. Now let's look at its equipment. For now, let's look at the wings, and I have there's some stuff I would like to point out. The wings, I do admit they do look good, but I'm not a big fan of like most having like actual practical wings like these, unless they're like transforming ones. But these do have some movement. This part can move that much. You can pretty much straight it out like that if you wish to do so. You can bend. You can move these about 120, 30 degrees if you wish to do so. They are connected to polycaps, pegs and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty much just a normal wing. I mean, they're generic wing stuff. The yellow section over there is a separate piece. These black sections are the stickers that you're supposed to use on the wings. I just colored it in Gundam Black marker because what you do is you put this blue piece on top of this white piece, which these black pieces are supposed to be these connected to these white pieces. So you can just really color it in black as much as you want, as long as you don't go out the blue sections here. And it turned out pretty well. And I believe in the anime, from the wings, I remember when it was fighting the Kimars Vidar, I saw it fire its like which guns or cannons from the wings, and I even in the manual it does not explain the cannons, and I have no idea where they're supposed to be placed in. I checked enough, and then I do not see anything that looks like a gun barrel. Okay, before you know what, I think I will connect this now. What you do, there's just two pegs. You know what to do. There you go. And once you have the wings, depending on their position, it can become really back heavy. Yeah, as you can see, I'm now having a little bit trouble like positioning this correctly. Despite the feet, the wings and the sword hilts make it. I mean, the sword sheath does make it back heavy. As you can see, on the right position, you can technically balance it, but doing multiple poses on the ground could be tricky time to time. And now, well, of course, with the wings, it does look more complete. Now to look at the action base. The action base as you can see, there's a lot of hinges here that can control the angles of everything. Now, currently I put it in this position because this section goes on to the, under there. However, it does not lock anything into place. It just holds it. So it's going to be really wobbly, and because of this being back heavy, it will automatically now balance it to stand up straight. Sorry about the doorbell. I have no idea who that is. Okay. Now, yeah. So anyway, this being a back heavy kit, I suggest those who might want to get the ones that comes with the stand, because the stand will be required for doing certain poses. And for these swords, I'm pretty surprised because these swords are actually really holding tightly, so you don't need to worry them like falling off and stuff. However, these swords I believe are not the same as the Grim Gurde, as far as I know. And the swords, they look a little bit short for the kit. And I'm pretty sure I already hear people like complaining about these gold colors. It's really up to you. However, I'm really not sure if this is the actual lengths. But these swords are not the same as the Grim Gurde, as I mentioned. These according to the manual, these swords symbolizes the strengths of Aganika Kairu. The swords, So for the sword, you can just hold it into the hands with no problem. You don't need to take off any parts. You just need to slide it in, and there you go. And with the ball articulated wrist, you can do pretty much pull off any poses you want. And there you go. And once again, it does really look short in my own opinion, but it could be just me. Okay, now that's pretty much it for the Iron Blooded Orphans kit review of Gundam Bael. I guess this is after the flowers. I guess this is my second favorite design of overall the Gundam frames in the series. Now, there's one thing I would like to mention before I end this off. The build was very satisfying. It took me about the same amount of time that takes me to build a basic master grade. When I mean basic master grade, something like the MG Marsai, Nemo, whatever, like one of those kind of stuff. And I still hear a lot of people asking or whether we will get a master grade Iron Blooded Orphans kit in for the Gundam frames, or even the ones that we have, the grays and stuff. I highly doubt it, because if there were to be a master grade, the only difference I can imagine is the articulated fingers, opening cockpit, and maybe from some actual pistons in the kit. And that would be pretty much it. So even though if they do make one, there wouldn't be much differences entirely. So those who already bought the kit, or like who already bought a whole bunch of full mechanics Barbados, that's gonna be a really waste of money to actually to buy another one. And also, I find it's going to be a little bit of a waste of resources for Bandai to do that as well. For now, I think so. For now, my guess is that we won't be, even though it does happen, it won't be happening soon, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other mobile suits that deserves a master grade other than this one, in my own opinion. Well, yeah. Anyway, that was the review of the Full Mechanics Gundam Bael review. Hope you enjoyed the review, and if you found this informative and helpful, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Also, if you have any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, also leave a comment below. Well, until then, see you guys next time!